We are live and away we go. Let me get this share real quick. We will get into it. Clockwork. Give it a minute, let people filter in here. And then we will get into today's stream. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Just got my dinner in. I'm feeling good. I'm refreshed, ready to go. It's probably taking people's notifications a minute or two to pop in, as it usually does. And stream health is not good. That's not good. Elvis, what's going on? Good to see you, brother. Well, ain't nothing but a hound dog riding all the time. What's going on, man? How you doing? We're going to give it a minute, let people get in. I know the notifications and the stuff are a little delayed with people. How does it sound? What's up, Smash? How you doing, brother? Yo, man, at Skull. Austin F is in the house. Congratulations. Austin was the one that won the Andrew Vaughn Bowman Auto yesterday. That was the giveaway, the stream. You're working. Nice. How is the sound, everybody? Is it good? Sound all right? Sounds good? All right, cool. All right, we'll give it a minute. Let people get filtered in here. Dragon Fan Tim, hope you're doing well, man. I'm going to get some stuff put together for you like I promised I was. Any doubles, Tiger stuff. I'm going to be shipping out all the auction packages and whatnot in the next couple days. By Saturday, I will make sure that I have you a little package. Where are you having the Echo House? I was just having some weird, goofy... Hey, darling. What's up, darling? How you doing? I don't got any cool headphones I can put in right now. Well, I do, but I got them out. Which reminds me, I need to get my headphone thing in the charger. It's in my coat pocket. Went and got dinner. I took it out. I was done for the day and forgot to put it on my charger. If I don't, I'm going to be screwed in the morning when the calls start coming in and I don't have my Bluetooth. So, anyway, guys, we are live. This is what? I told you guys I'm going live every single day now for the whole year. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We started Saturday. So what are we on? Day 5, day 6. We had our auction last night, which was awesome. It was a great turnout. I feel it went very well. I felt like I had a nice variety of different cards. High-end, medium, lower-end, autos, relics, parallel cards. So I don't know. I'll get you guys' feedback in a minute here. But today we're going to talk about a couple things that have happened in the last day or last few days this week in the sports world. First one being, what's up, Field Guy? We're just gonna... I'm not bashing him. I want to get some opinions, and I'm gonna give you my takes on, him in the NFL and how I see him. I think he's a great quarterback. No bash at all, Field Guy. Nobody's here to bash any of your Louisiana college team, quarterback, nothing. I think he's amazing. In fact, I said on Monday's stream before the game, I said he was going to break the record for touchdowns thrown in the national championship game. So I got none but love for the guy. This is not a Joe Burrow bash by any means. I think he's legit, but we'll get into that when it gets time. So the first topic we're going to touch on, and I want to say a shout out to everybody else popping in here. Balls, Field Guy, Tom T, Dante, depressed New York sports fan. Good to see you. Congrats on you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we're going to talk a little about that. That's what I wanted to do here is have a little talk about it. So the Twins picked up Josh Donaldson. He signed yesterday while we got the news while we were doing the auction. I was shocked because, quite honestly, I was told, we were getting from at least Minnesota's feel that he did not want to play for us, or he did not want to sign with the Twins. That's kind of the general sense. It was going around in the media, even from people up in the Twins office, that we don't think we're going to land him because we don't think he wants to sign here or play here. And what happens? I honestly thought he was going to sign with the Braves again. And what happens? Boom. We get the news that he signed. So, yes, a lot of people are saying, this was the pickup, this was the sign, this was the player we needed to get to kind of hold that AL Central division. I strongly feel we do. People are going to have a very, very, very interesting time with Donaldson, Garver, Cruz, Rosario, Kepler. I mean, this is going to be another stacked batting lineup. And the Bomba Squad is going to continue, right? There's the words about the juice balls. Are the balls going to be juiced this year? All that talk. But I think wherever the marker is with home runs, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Minnesota guy and it's Twins, but we did it last year, and I see us doing it again. Will we hit over that number or break a record? If they have the balls juiced or not, who knows? But I will tell you that I feel like the Twins are going to be right up there as tops in home run hitting, regardless of what those numbers come out as for the league this coming season. What's up, Truth? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for popping in. We're just starting the night talking a little bit about the Josh Donaldson signing. But huge pickup. I mean, I think we didn't really get the number at first when we heard he signed. At first yesterday, I think we were thinking he signed for around 100 to 110. We got him on a 4-year, $92 million deal. Now, I know Austin. Yeah, but Target Field's a hitter-friendly park, too. Not quite like a Miller Park or some of those other ones, but I think those numbers can go up a little bit in the next year or two, this next season and maybe 2 years. So I know I remember Austin. Yeah, I got the PayPal. I know Austin said yesterday that he's getting old, right? 34 years old, played a while, 4-year deal, not great. Well, in my opinion, like some other guys had brought up too in the chat yesterday when we were talking about that, we only need him to be solid for probably 1 to 2 years, right? The goal is to bring a guy like this to sign a big free agent off, and we're not the type that go out and sign big free agents, right? This is new for the Twins. But we found out as being contenders last year that if we wanted to continue to be a contender and we wanted to try to take a shot and get a little bit more forward in that position, we pretty much had to land this, right? And this was probably one of the better options out there, obviously. So, is he great for 4 years? Probably not. My personal opinion, and I think what the Twins are really looking at, even though they signed him on a 4-year deal, is if we can be contenders for the next year, 2 years, right? Have him on and try to make a run for it. That's all that matters. The rest of it is in the bag. Who cares, right? Who cares after 2 years? He's 36 years old, 37 years old, depending upon, let's see, he was born in December. So depending upon how old he is and, he's aging and he's getting washed up, if we can get 2 solid years out of him, I think it's worth it. Maybe a trade piece in 2 years. Yeah, exactly, Austin. And that's what I'm saying. DH as well, yes. That's just it. So maybe he plays third base for a year or two for us, and then maybe he's a DH hitter for us if we keep him around in the 3rd or 4th year. Who knows? Yeah, he's got a great glove. No, I'm not thinking he would DH. Obviously not these first year or two, but maybe in a couple years. He's getting a little slower. He's aging. He's getting older. Possibly then he could be a solid DH hitter, like a Cruz, right? I can pitch. I throw a good knuckler. Field guy's got it. Well, it's signed. We need field guy for pitching because that's one thing. We did go out and get Rich Hill. Who else did we pick up again? We got him the same time we picked up Rich Hill. We got another pitcher. Rich Hill is solid, but I still feel like we struggled in going after a solid pitcher. And I feel like that's gonna be the hard part for us is we're gonna be able to put up the offense, but defensively with our pitching, are we going to give up too many runs, and is that gonna weigh in on how our record ends up at the end of the year? Kind of hard to say, guys. What do you guys think? What's your guys' take? Oh yeah, Homer Bailey, who can be good. But I tell you what, when I heard we got him, that you remind me of that. When I heard we got him, the first thing I thought about is in DFS, if Homer Bailey was pitching and he was pitching in Cincinnati or one of those friendly hitters parks, you better stack up against him because he's going to give up those homers, hence his name. It's not a coincidence. It happens. He can be solid. But again, that one right there makes my stomach a little uneasy, to be honest. Yeah, they're definitely hurting for pitching. Yep, exactly. Online and other stuff on pitching. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we need to. Rich Hill was in trouble legally. I'm not sure. Possibly. I didn't really hear much on Rich Hill as far as being in any kind of legal trouble, but that's possible. But yeah, Donaldson's got an awesome glove. You guys got sound? You guys, make sure we got sound, because I see Ball saying he doesn't have sound. Are we good? We got sound, guys? Yeah, I mean, he's good. It's just that he did give up a lot of homers. He was okay. Okay, alright, I got you, Balls. I just want to make sure we're all good and we're still moving forward in the stream so you guys can hear me. So, I mean, that's kind of my take on Donaldson. I think he keeps us in that contender spot where we would like to be, right? There's nothing worse than winning 100 games, trying to make a run, and then, boom, making the playoff, and then just dropping, right? So, hopefully we continue on this upcoming season. Hopefully Donaldson brings that extra boost that we need. I feel he will. And again, people are going to say 4 years. Why? He's getting old. We need him for a good solid 2 years, I think. 2 solid years, and we can move on. All right, guys. So next, let's pop in. Most videos have closed caption nowadays. Sup, everyone. What's up, man? Buckeye, how you doing, brother? Rob, good to see you in here. Royce Lewis is a good prospect. Hope the Twins don't rush him. Nick Gordon and Lewis Manning in the middle of... Yeah, Lewis is a solid prospect. We got that other kid, too, that Kavion. But we just drafted him. That Kavion, he was a top pick. One of the top picks, too. I can see the Twins going out of their way to grab a good solid... Robbie Ray would be solid. Robbie Ray would be absolutely solid. Yeah, well, Elvis, it is what it is, man. Big Hard, what's going on, brother? We're just wrapping up talking about the Josh Donaldson signing. We're gonna move on to the next thing I have in my title as far as topics for tonight's stream, and that's gonna be Mr. Joe Burrow. Again, guys, I love this kid. I bet you a field guy, when he was questioning me, what about Joe in the title, thought I was going to have some bash on his Louisiana boy from LSU, the national champs. But, dude, this guy got it done, guys. You guys also hear that in the national championship game, he was dealing with, like, was it a fractured rib or a back? I heard about it earlier today. So he was dealing with some issues. He wasn't 100%, and yet he still went out and he got it done. He definitely locked himself up as the #1 pick in the draft. So, since he's on the clock, right, the Bengals, so they're going to have a shot. Do you think the Bengals take Burrow, or do you think they try to use that pick to move elsewhere? Smash, what's your take? Joe freaking Burrow, damn right. Yeah, he broke 2 ribs. Oh, okay. I thought he had it before the game. It happened during the game. Wax Man, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Wax on, everybody in the chat. Was torn. Well, yeah, still, it was a rib issue. I mean, right? You're throwing, you got to use your body. Either way, dude, it's still beast mode for what he did in that game. So, said he's going to the Bungles. Well, Cincy, you got Joe Mixon, right? You got a great running back. They work on their offensive line like the Vikes need to work on. That can protect him and open up some things for Mixon to get the run game going. They got Tyler Boyd. They got John Ross. 2 solid receivers. They could probably go and pick another one up here this year in the draft later rounds. Cincinnati, I mean, we always say with teams like the Browns when they get these top picks. But you bring a guy in like this, I mean, I could honestly see this guy. This could go 2 ways in the NFL, right? He could be a guy like a Ben Roethlisberger that comes right in, starts, and has an insane first season. Kind of like Baker did, right? But I see his success continuing. If they get it done right, they get their offensive line built properly, with Joe Mixon in the backfield, John Ross, Tyler Boyd, they could be tough. Joe Burrow is going to make things it's going to get interesting in Cincinnati. It's going to be fun to watch because I don't see anybody else. If they take him, if that's what they're truly going to do, they're going to draft him. They're not going to trade the pick or not do anything. I don't know why he wouldn't just come right out the gates and be the guy. Let him go. Let him roll. I don't think there's going to be any sitting him on the bench, slowly bringing him in, whatever. It's going to be dude, this is your team, man. What can you do with it? Show us. Show us what you can do. Pick 3 is Detroit. Since he takes Burrow, Dalton has done it. Yeah, oh yeah, Dalton's done. Fans are no longer players are not giving up on Dalton, a.k.a. A.J. Green. Right? Exactly. Need a lot of help. Since he should pick up a lot of pieces and take the kid out of Oregon later. Yeah, that's an interesting take, Big Harv. But at the same time, and again, like I said, in the NFL, this could go 2 ways because we don't know, right? The game's a lot faster. This guy seems like he obviously shows he's way ahead of the speed of the college game, right? He broke tons of records, just put up insane numbers. It was like it wasn't even hard for this guy. It wasn't a challenge, right? So he could either be that guy that only comes around so many years and you pretty much got to jump on him, especially when you build your team around your quarterback. Or he could be that guy that they go all in on and he doesn't do anything. He's a bust, right? What's his name? Jamarcus, what was his name? Russell or whatever? Wasn't he from LSU? Wasn't that dude from LSU too? Yeah, I don't see that happening though. They're not even near the close. Our teams didn't win this year. Refs cheated again. Wax. I think Burrow's advantage is that he is smart and he has a great fit. Yeah, exactly. And you have to. To be a successful quarterback, you absolutely have to. The game has to just come to you easily, right? And you got to be able to see everything. You have to make the rest of the game slow down for you. And you have to be ahead of the curve so you can make things happen. I feel like NFL teams do best when they embrace the quarterback and how the quarterback wants to do things. Yeah, I mean, I agree. If you're going to build a team around him, you're going to build the offense. Obviously, you're going to find the best offense that fits his style of play, fits his style of quarterbacking. If you get a hot-headed offensive coordinator that wants to change everything and wants to try to run an offense that doesn't fit him, yeah, he's probably going to fail, right? So it'll be definitely interesting. Since he isn't trading, yeah, Burrow will be their pick. I do not see that changing. What did Smash say? I was saying the same thing, but that might be a great talk for another night. What were you saying? What were you guys talking about? I want Flacco or Rivers to teach him, but let Burrow run it. Oh, so bring Rivers or Joe over there as a backup. Yeah, I don't see him trading it. So, Kyler Murray in his hometown, he left the university there. Kyler Murray did good. He had a good season for a rookie year. Not bad at all. Stefanski? Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be really interesting. We'll see where that goes. I don't know. We could have a whole night of the NFL news, coaches and fittings and the roles. Yeah, right? Exactly. All right. He had a rough ending, I think. All right, guys. So that's kind of my take on Mr. Burrow. Hell of a quarterback. Hell of a player. There's no reason why he wouldn't be the number one pick in the NFL unless his head just isn't on straight, which we know it is, and he goes out and he does some crazy crap and gets in a bunch of legal trouble and, does something, which isn't going to happen, right? So this is your number one draft pick. This guy will be a Cincinnati Bengal. They will build their team around this guy, and they already have great offensive weapons. His main assets, right, to throw to hand the ball off to. It's just building the rest around it, the defense, the offensive line, right, getting them a solid offensive line so they can actually develop a run game, have a solid run game, so he can then use his arm to make it happen. The deep balls. We will see about recording and uploading a video later tonight. Maybe one of the blaster boxes. All right, cool. Cool, Wax Man. Maybe put a video out later. What's up, Texas Card Collector? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. All right, guys. Last thing we're going to run into for tonight. We'll probably try to keep this around a half an hour, 40 minutes. We're already around the 23-minute mark. I want to just relax. It's been a crazy day. But again, I'm keeping myself going. I'm going to give you guys at least a half an hour stream every single day, minimum. Whether it's auctions, opening product, or us just talking about certain sports topics, etc. So the last topic I want to get on is going to be the conference championships this Sunday, the AFC and the NFC games. So first game is going to be... Who plays first? It's the Chiefs and the Titans, correct? And then the Packers and the 49ers are later in the evening. Like, think 3:30 start time for the first game and like 6:40 for the other one? So I kind of asked for you guys' opinions on this yesterday during the auction, but... want to hear, so we got a 2:05 start time, Central Time, 2:05, so that'd be 3:05 Eastern, and a 5:40 Central start time for the Green Bay Niners game. So we got the Tennessee Titans, man, are they on a roll, rolling into Kansas City to play the Chiefs. You guys already kind of know where I feel on this game. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of points put up on both ends. My personal take is I see the Titans just out manning them, right? Mahomes is going to do his thing. Mahomes is going to put a bunch of points on the board. But I think you're going to see a Derrick Henry game that we haven't even seen yet. I think Derrick Henry is just riding this wave, and I think they're going to just ride it with him. And he's just going to beast out, guys. What was one defender? I was reading it earlier today. Honey Badger said... he tried tackling him the last time they played or something and was admitting that Henry roughed him up, beat him up pretty good trying to tackle him. So What's up, hobbyist? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. So, Balls has got 49ers Chiefs. 49ers Chiefs. I'm seeing a lot of, Titans. Big Harb's going to say it ends. I'm going to ride the Titans wave, okay? I just feel like I think they're going to continue to get some of that luck too. Call it luck if you want. I'm not ripping the Titans saying that they're lucky, but they're getting things rolling their way, and that's what you need when you get deep in the playoffs, when the teams are close and the games are close. I feel like they're gonna get some of those special team opportunities again. Maybe a block punt, kickoff return for a punt. Something. They're gonna get some points out of their special teams, and their defense is going to put up enough and hold enough to only allow Mahomes. I say he puts up 21 points. 21 points on Sunday. And I see Tennessee coming around 20, I'm going to say 27 or 28-21 Tennessee. That's my take on that first game. That's how I see that score going out, Titans. So, again, hard to win 3 straight road. Yeah. Hey, man, and there's always got to be a first for everything, right? At some point, there's always got to be a first for everything. But yes, Balls, you are very correct. And again, they shouldn't even be where they shouldn't have been in the game they were last week, right? They took down the toughest team in the AFC. I think some people were thinking Ravens were gonna get to the Super Bowl, right? That was the take before the playoffs started. It's a possibility they get there, and look what happens. They stuffed them. They absolutely stuffed them. Yes, and Tannehill, that's the thing. I think. And that's where I'm seeing this. Henry has his biggest day yet. But because their running game is so successful, which you saw him tear them up the last time they played this year, is so successful that their tight end, Jonnu Smith, who's an absolute monster, who's very underrated. He's not Kels, but he's very underrated. He's a very good tight end. He gets in the end zone again once or twice. I think A.J. Brown hasn't showed up at all, really, this postseason. I think A.J. Brown shows up this week. He brings his name back in the mix. Lets everybody knows that he's one of the top offensive rookies of the year. And Tannehill has a solid week, right? Jamie, what's going on? Susie Rottencrotch, good to see you. Good evening. So, yes, my take, Titans. Titans 27-28, Chiefs 21. I think just about everybody, but a few of them are riding with the Chiefs, right? That's what I'm seeing. Jamie, who you got, man? Who you got? You got the Chiefs or the Titans? First game, Sunday. Who you rolling with? Well, Susie, as a Steeler fan, no to the 49ers. Wax says, I watched game film and I got Packers. I'm going with them because Rodgers is the vet who has been there and won it. Plus, they look better than 49ers, so Packers. Okay, it's interesting. Guys, these games can go either way, man. We'll get to the NFC game here shortly. I used to have to wear a San Francisco 49ers puffy jacket to school because... Well, Susie, when you say that's all you could afford, that would have been like a starter jacket. And those were actually the in thing back in the day. Those actually even kind of made a comeback, to be honest with you. Those puffy jackets. I had a Cowboys one. You know why I did? I wasn't ever a big Cowboys fan. I got it because I thought it looked cool. I liked the colors. I had the one that had the big star in the back. Little pullover starter. That was what I rocked back in the day when those things were in. It's hard to beat a team twice in a year, and Titans barely beat the Chiefs in Week 10. Yeah, but, you know, they're both two different teams. And there's a lot of different, there's momentum, there's hype, there's everything, and they're both going to have it, right? There's no advantage to either one, right? The only difference is Tennessee, you could say, is maybe a little more banged up because they've had that extra game they've had to play. The Chiefs had a week off, which we saw against Minnesota, and the Niners played a partial role because they were fresh. You know, the Chiefs had to play last week. I get it, but they've only had to play one game where Tennessee's had to play week and week and week and week and week in a row. So, the puffy days were the real days. Yes, yes. It's one of those jackets for the Steelers. Nice. Marky Mark. Yeah. Take a trip. Do. I can already I got the beat going in my head. All right. So, I'm going to take Titans. It seems like most people, there's a few in here that are wrong with me on the Titans. I actually ordered my Titans hat. I got the cool dark navy blue one with the crazy sword. Cool colors. Should be here any day. I'll be rocking it one of these streams. To all you Chiefs people. Again, honestly, I think it's going to be a fun Super Bowl no matter who's in it. And again, Titans and Chiefs, 49ers, Packers, none of them are really my teams, right? I'm Vikings, but I got a place for Derrick Henry because he made me a lot of money playing DFS this year. He was in a lot of my lineups week in, week out. So I just have that. I've been a fan of his. Like I said, the last few streams, last year, I used to always tweet and crap and say, why is Tennessee doing running back committee with Dion Lewis and Derrick Henry? It should be Derrick Henry all day. He's the workhorse. Give him the ball, let him go. I don't even know why this is in question. I don't even know why they're trying to do this. They do it this year, and he goes crazy, right? Gets the rushing title, so I don't know. Interesting. All right, guys. Kittle and Coleman, big days coming. Yeah, you think Coleman's going to have another big week? I don't know, man. They got Morissette, they got Breda, they got Coleman, they got 3 running backs. So it's hard to say who's going to get it. But I agree. In the San Fran Packer game, do we see Jimmy Graham come out, hit the old man, and have a big week? And maybe surprise people. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I personally want to see the 49ers, but I'm just saying, do we see Jimmy G get it going and put up some what we thought would be the Kittle game numbers, and it's swapped? I don't know. You know, Kittle's going to go beast mode. He's going to do what he's got to do, and if that just involves him having a block all game, so to get his team to win, I'm sure that's what he tries to do, right? He's a true team player. If the SB is in Niners and Titans, that's a defensive low-scoring game. Yeah, but you guys, you know what? Defense wins championships, right? You hear it time and time and time again. Defense wins championships. And I think ranking-wise, someone else was doing this on Twitter with me because I said Titans. I felt like Titans have a better defense than the Chiefs. If you look at the season numbers, yes, Titans ranked better than Chiefs ranked better than the Titans. However, if you look at the last 4 or 5 weeks, I think, of the season, and then through playoffs. Now, obviously, the Titans have an extra game in there because they played an extra playoff game. I think you're going to see a little bit different numbers. So I'm kind of riding off the tail end of the season, what really matters, where we're at now, the now, not previous, not for starting from week 1, where we're at now, where we match up, where we see it. So, sup, Jack Pulling on fire today. What's up, Jack Frost? Beast. We're in the house. We're in the place to be. I am pulling for Tennessee and think San Fran squeaks by the pack. Yeah, 49ers defensive line is a problem. Yeah, they are insane, guys. We saw the 49ers defensive line in that last game against my Vikings. Oh, I love it. I love everybody's going to always sit there and bash Kirk Cousins, the memes and whatever. But if they weren't watching the same game we were watching, because it had nothing to do with Kurt. Kurt had absolutely 0 time. He got murdered. Any quarterback would have been murdered the same way, the way that defensive line played for the 49ers last weekend. No time. I mean, they got out-hustled. That whole line, that whole offensive line from Minnesota was murdered. It's going to be tough for Green Bay. It's going to be real tough. Did Green Bay not lose one of their offensive linemen? Or is he up in the air as far as if he's playing? Did they not lose one during the game last week? That could come into play too. That could be a bit of an issue. In the house. You guys know? You guys remember what I'm talking about? Yeah, Devontae Adams is going to have to carry it. And that's the thing too. Aaron Rodgers has a hard time trusting. I mean, he's starting to trust Allen Lazard a little bit more, but Adams is really his main guy. Jimmy G, but he just doesn't throw to him very often. You see it very, very seldomly. Kirk Cousins ain't about to be bashed as bad as Nick Cannon. I mean, this is right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. Eminem and Nick Cannon. Going with the Titans just because. Nice, Jack. I like it. Before the game last week, Def, yep, 49ers. Wait, what? Before the game last week. What do you mean? Yeah, Aaron Jones. And, you know, some people, depending upon who you listen to, and, you know, I play a ton of DFS, so I'm constantly just listening to what other people's opinions are, what they have. I take it for what it is, right? I take it with a grain of salt. But some people were looking at some of Aaron Jones' numbers, and he had decent numbers, right? He got in the end zone quite a bit. But if you look at a lot of his yardage and some of those touchdowns were, it was more or less either against like just depleted or crappy, you know, defense, or there was different factors that his numbers looked a lot better than they probably should or would had it been. You know, I think some defenses were down a bunch of people in some of these games, big games he had. I mean, hell, against the Vikes, the game I went to, they still played the defense. But there was just some things that a couple guys had brought up and mentioned about some of his numbers are a little, what's the word I want to use? Padded, maybe, if you want to use that word. I mean, he earned it all. He's a solid running back. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying, if you ask some people's opinions on it is, you know, he's probably not as, he's a great running back, but he's probably not as elite as his numbers may show. So, some of my fondest memories watching my dad talk about football. Yeah, it's fun. It's just fun talking about the game and seeing people's insights. You know, it's everybody's opinions, right? These are my opinions. These are your guys' opinions. I'm not an expert. I just like to talk football. I like to talk sports. So, you're known to be wrong. Big horror. Vegas. Vegas has been known to be wrong. You're absolutely right, guys. And not only that, but guys, I should have put this. Maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow, because we're already getting in on almost 40 minutes. But, so I'm going to take, my picks are going to be Titans-Niners for the Super Bowl. You guys can type in there. I think you've already said it, but put what your Super Bowl matchup is going to be. And we'll go back to them here after Sunday's games and see who got it right. So, Chiefs will take full advantage of being undersold. Yeah, well, no, the Titans are the underdogs. So, so that's gonna be a tough one because they're gonna be projected to win. What's the line right now? Let's look real quick. And guys, yeah, Chiefs are favored by 7.5 points right now. And the Niners are 7.5. They're both Niners and Chiefs are 7.5 favorites right now on the line. And guys, if you guys are big UFC fans, there's a really, really nice fight Saturday night. My boy Donald Cerrone, Cowboy Cerrone, will be fighting Conor McGregor. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Maybe we'll talk about this later in the week when it gets closer to time, Saturday or Sunday, before the fights are. So, pack your shit. Nice. All right. You need some rest. Who are you talking to? I'm rooting for the Eagles. The Eagles, yeah, the Thurlian. Alright, yeah. Now, go Cerrone. The only way Conor wins this fight, in my opinion, is if he gets lucky and knocks him out. And Cerrone hasn't really been knocked out. He's not somebody who gets knocked out. He's got a strong chin. It's going to be very tough. But if they go past the first round, Conor's got conditioning, but so does Cerrone. Cerrone's got those nasty kicks too that can knock people out. He's knocked quite a few guys out with his kicks, and he's gonna have that reach. So he's gonna have reach all day. And if it gets to the ground, Cerrone's ground game is extremely underrated. Extremely underrated. Extremely. So, talking to you, Def, you're already exhausted and you're doing this for chat as well. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I'm at 40 minutes. We're about to end it here, guys. So, I like your prediction, True Seekers. What did True say? She's 49ers. She's saying the Super Bowl. All right, I like it. Titans and Packers. Chiefs over Packers. Titans, I don't know anything else. Packers shit. Chiefs will fully advantage. All right, sweet. So I'm going to put in mine. I got Titans. And again, none of these teams are really any of my teams. It's cool to see some of these in here. This is who I'm going to run with. And just because of Derrick Henry. Everybody is counting on the Chiefs. Well, they're at home. They were favored. They were favored both games. They're favored this game. I don't understand how you can't say nobody is. If you're just talking about us few here, most of you are still rooting for the Chiefs. All right. 49ers, Chiefs winning it all. I'll put money. I just don't think Andy Reid can get past it. I don't think Andy Reid can get to the Super Bowl. That's my own opinion. We'll see. We'll see. He's got that shadow, that ghost that haunts him. So, we'll see what he does. We'll see what happens. So, all right, guys. I'm going to end it here. I will be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. I appreciate you guys all popping on. I appreciate you all hanging out, chatting, interacting with me. That's what I enjoy doing. That's what I love. That's why I do this. It's for the interaction, right, guys? Give you my opinions, get your takes on things. Tomorrow we'll find some other cool topics to talk about in the sports world. Maybe talk a little UFC, Cowboy Cerrone, McGregor, what have you. Anything else that's been coming on. That's pretty much all I got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I love you all. We'll see you soon.